Hey, good morning. Today is Friday, January 24th, 2025. It's 8:17 a.m. Okay, so here's my ongoing report. Just had breakfast a little while ago, and I can't remember what time it was when I made my last journal note here, but I just spent an hour and a half watching another YouTube that just came up with Stuart Hameroff and a doctor. I'm subscribed to the channel, but I don't know the name of it. I just followed Stuart Hameroff and his OR, Orchestrated Objective Reduction Theory of Consciousness. And I've probably listened to him maybe more than most other scientists, because I really think his take on consciousness in collaboration with Sir Roger Penrose and in the quantum relationship to consciousness as they have put forth in this theory, to me makes the most sense. And so he talked a lot about this. A lot of the information I was kind of familiar with, still not totally, tracking in all the jargon and the terminology, but the concept I think wrapping my head around. I really want to get into that objective reduction a little more. I think I have a little bit of an understanding about that, but I want to explore that more. But here's the thing. This is an hour and a half long, and I'm listening to it, and I'm thinking, I need to make some money. I need to get a job. But this, to me, is like, of significance of things in the world, this is probably, I think, one of the top things to be aware of, and that are significant. And then at the end of this, probably an hour, 20 minutes in or so, he's talking about this conference they're going to have in Barcelona, and they're going to talk about kind of next steps, what this stuff means, and they're going to, with the scientific community, they're going to talk about basically paranormal implications and the non-local, I think there's another term he used, experiential evidence of what's going on here. And then he mentions these kids and the telepathy tapes. Literally mentioned that. And I thought, unbelievable, because I'm thinking there needs to be a connection here. Well, obviously, that's my own, my own naive eyes looking at that. Oh, wow, these guys need to talk. Well, yeah, of course they do. And, this is a realm where you have professionals, and these like minds are obviously connecting. I'm not the first one making this connection, right? But he just kind of mentioned it anecdotally that they're going to be discussing this at this conference. And I thought, this is amazing. This really is amazing, because this again, and then he even mentioned about, talking about the UAPs and this next level of these. So all of these things are related, and all of these things are opening this awareness, this human awareness, to this spiritual reality, as I said earlier. And it's this spiritual reality that is both inviting and fruitful, not both, but all of these. It's inviting, it's fruitful, and it's dangerous. But nobody is talking about the danger in this. And I don't know, is that my job? Is that my, whatever? Or am I just naive? And, that's going to be covered. Like I think it just reminds me of when I was a kid. My dad's working on the car, and I'm saying, well, do you need to use this tool, or do you need to use that, or maybe you should do that? I'm telling my dad while he's working on something. My dad just kind of said, hey, I've done this before. Maybe you should just watch, and if I need something, I'll let you know. Okay? And I'm thinking, well, fine, whatever. You don't want my suggestions. I've always, kind of been like that. So I tend to have this thing where it pops to me and I can see it. I need to also be aware that, I'm probably not the first one to see this, but that might have been more the case 30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 60 years ago. But now in some of these things, it's possible because of my range of experience, like the book Range, David Epstein, I think is his name, and the variety of backgrounds that I'm coming at something that I may very well have a unique perspective that has value. I think about the thing I see here in business and the opportunity for business. That comes directly from my unique combination of experiences, and I do consider it unique because I have, the consulting, the technical, the management, and the ministry kind of blend that I'm sure it's out there. I'm not the only person in the world who's done this combination of things, but this this subset is probably smaller than most, and well, then throw into that my own personal experience with relationships and where I'm at right now in life. So that means I have a perspective. That's all. I have a unique perspective. That is true. Every human being has a unique perspective. We see it through our eyes, and that is unique to our perspective. Now, granted, many people from certain areas have similar backgrounds, similar experiences, and so what they see, similar things, they probably have a similar perspective. It doesn't, and so the uniqueness blends, to where it's more of a composite, that you're going to have these kind of perspectives that resonate across a wider path of these people and some of the bigger things. That's what we have when we see things like groupthink take place, and like the political divisions and the national focused and religious issues that divide people into groups. These individual perspectives, they consolidate, they have agreement, and they form coalitions based on these alliances of perspective. But what I'm seeing, I'm not hearing anywhere. I'm seeing this open up. I'm seeing this coming this validation of the unseen realm scientifically, which is going to point people to this portal, point people to this, Disneyland of experience, if you will. People are going to go in bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and not be aware of what's on the other side of that. And what's potentially on the other side of that. I'll say it like that because this is based on my experience. So I can't sit here and say absolute fact this, absolute fact that. But what I can say is that based on this and based on this and based on this and based on this, this is a logical conclusion. And then people have to make their own observations, their own discoveries. And I think that's important. I think that's significant. And so that's what I'm doing, and maybe that's why my own little meter inside of my body, my head, my life, my connection with God, I'm taking the time and focusing on these things instead of applying for a job at Walmart. This is a part of me being me and a part of me trusting God. And what I mean by trusting God is that I'm going to go looking for when I try to find the people that need my help, I'm going to find them because that's what needs to happen. So that's kind of where my head is at on this. So it's 8:30, and it's Friday, and my money's running out. And I don't know, I'm just, future Rory, I hope you're enjoying yourself right now. Hope you're sitting on a beach somewhere. I should tag this one so you can listen to this while you're sitting on a beach and just in a time of relaxation and rebuilding, and you're looking up at the sun and just enjoying a moment of relaxed regeneration and preparation for this mission that you're on. So, all right. Until we meet again, future Rory. Meet again? How would that be? Until you listen to yourself talk about this in the future. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, that just makes this more entertaining for me when I do that because, why not? So that's all for the moment, and I will do something else now. Okay, all right. You have a great day. Bye now.